Hey guys, Mr. Weiscover here. We're going to do a little demonstration slash tutorial for the patterns beat maker, which I have always called the step sequencer, but that was not necessary information, so I apologize for that. So let me just make my window a teeny tiny bit bigger. That's good. And then right in the center, I have it lit up right now, the patterns beat maker. If you click that, okay, this apparatus pops up, and now I need to move my face. That's good enough. Okay. And and then you just get these grids, and it's a visual representation of rhythm in music. Okay. Kick means bass drum. Snare is first snare drum, and then hi-hat is that part of the drum set that has cymbal, like a cymbal sandwich, and when the cymbals are closed it makes a tick 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 sound, right? Which I think you know this stuff. So what I want to do first is just point out to you that in each one of these rows, okay, there are 16 buttons or squares. Each one of them is a 16th note or a 16th value. So if I click all 16 of them, it's the easiest way to do this here. All right, I am hearing 16th notes. Okay, 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. All right. Now, if I want you to now notice that these 16 buttons are grouped in fours. So you see there's a group of 4, and then another group of 4, and each one of those groups of 4 is like, that's where your quarter notes are, because there are 4 quarter notes in each measure, right? So if I, for example, just click the first button in each group of 4, so the first in that group of 4, the first in that group of 4, the first in that group of 4, then we're going to hear the kick drum, the bass drum, just play quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Here goes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the hi-hat will play 4 times for every time that the bass drum plays once. All right? Because there are 4 16th notes in every single quarter note. Now, for the snare drum, okay, let's say that I wanted the snare drum to play 8th notes. Okay, I usually would not want that, but let's just say I did. Just today, that's what I wanted. Okay, then we need to do kind of in between what we've done so far, right? Inside of a quarter note, there are 2 8th notes. There are 2 8th notes for every quarter note. So you might think, oh, well, yeah, you want to do that, right, Mr. Weiscarver? But I'm going to tell you ahead of time that this is wrong, okay? Because these are right next to each other, they're actually 16th notes, right? And it will sound like this. Okay, I'm not saying that sounds bad. I'm just saying those snare hits are not 8th notes. Okay, if you want them to be 8th notes, then you need to do it like this. Okay? Now they'll be nice and even, as you know 8th notes are 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And 8th notes don't go 1E, 2E, 3E, 4E, 1E, 2. Those 16th notes do that. All right? Snare 8th notes should just go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And so when I hit play, we're going to have 16th notes, 8th notes, and quarter notes all happening at the same time. Okay, let's hear that. Now, with my laptop speakers, I can't even hear the kick drum. I don't even hear it. If I plugged headphones in, then I would hear the bass, the low part of that sound. I always encourage you to use headphones when you're using Soundtrap. It just sounds so much better that way. Just I'm just going to show you how I usually start beats when I'm making beats. Okay. By the way, could I just pick a different kick? No. If I wanted to hear a different bass drum, I would have to choose a totally different. Oh, here, right here. Here's our. Let me switch this from vanilla XX. Okay, I have to hear this one. Let's hear what this one looks like. I'm changing the drum set that it's playing. Let's try this one. Okay, I like that. I like that one. I hear the bass drum more now, the kick drum. So I usually start out beats by having my snare drum play on beat 2 and beat 4. And since this whole group of 4 is beat 1, then I have the snare drum empty here, and then it plays on beat 2. And then beat 3, I have no snare drum playing, and then over here I have the snare drum playing at the beginning of beat 4. So that sounds like 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's hear that. And then from there, any change that you make, literally any change that you make will sound good. I'll show you. Watch this. I'm going to add that. I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to add this. Okay. And let's listen to what that sounds like. Okay. Sorry. Let me start at the beginning so that we hear that in context. So I hit the, well, here. Where's the, here it is. This is the button that takes you back to the beginning. All right, here we go. All right, so this was like a really amazing tutorial for the pattern beat maker, I must say, and also went over quarter notes, eighth notes, and 16th notes, and how this is really a great visual representation of what's happening in those rhythms, because it's just all these blocks that you can see. All right. I hope that you enjoy making beats. Oh, wait, before I end this tutorial, we need to now close this instrument. I can hit the X here, or I can click hide instrument. And then the beat that I made is sitting here in this little block. And if I grab the top right corner of it where it says loop, I can make it as long as I want. All right. And I can grab it and move it around. And if I add another drum set down here, I can even make, I can then hit pattern beat maker again and make another rhythm that happens at the same time as that one, or that happens after that one. That's really for another day, okay, for another tutorial. So you have a wonderful day, and have fun making beats.